Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from class MBA 1115C. Today we will present to Madam Aini Kamaria about the Russia country for the subject International Business MCT 361. But before that, let me introduce my group members.
Let's learn about Russia now.
So, I will talk about the country profile and background of Russia. Firstly, Russia is the largest country in the Eastern Europe and North Asia with an area 70 million square feet kilometer, which is 1.8 times bigger than the size of the United States. Second, the capital is Moscow because of its large population. There are more than 300 cities and towns in Russia. Third, Russia is bordered by 14 countries: Azerbaijan, Belarus, China, Estonia, Finland, Georgia, Kazakhstan, North Korea, Latvia, Lithuania, Mongolia, Norway, Poland, and Ukraine. It also shares maritime borders with Japan, Sweden, Turkey, and the United States. The president of Russia name is Vladimir Putin, that has been led the country since 2000.
So next is legal system. The Russian legal system is usually categorized as a system of civil law. It is a code-based legal framework, and that of Western European civil law countries is closely mirrored by the organizations of judicial review. The legacy of the Soviet Union, where the judiciary was part of the law enforcement system. Lastly, the judge had normal institutional or personal freedom from the executive like a police officer or clerk working under the 1993 Constitution.
Next is political system. Russia has gone through several systems of government, such as the autocratic system of government practice since the existence of the country's first Tsar Ivan IV Vasilovich until the overthrow of Tsar Nicholas II on July 17, 1918. Then, Russia had a mixed government, liberals and moderates, but did not survive when Russia embraced communism in 1922. Nowadays, Russia has adopted a system of federal and semi-presidential republics, the power of the states with the president and the prime minister, where the president is the head of state and the prime minister is the head of government. The Russian Federation is essentially structured as a multiracial representative democracy with the federal government consisting of three branches, namely the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary, which are independent of each other.
Russian culture places a high value on the homeland and on their family, a marriage and family therapies with a specialty in cultural dynamics. This created a culture that highly values extended family and maintaining close friendship. Russian is the official language. Many Russians also speak English as a second language. There are more than 100 minorities languages are spoken in Russia today. The most popular is Dogen, spoken by more than 5.3% of the country's population. Religion has always been a primary component. Nearly 5,000 religious associations in Russia. More than half of the Russians follow the Russian Orthodox Church, while Islam is the second largest religion. About 10 to 15% of the Russians practice Islam. The third most popular religion in Russia after Christianity and Islam is Tengrism. Russian culture has a relatively old population with a median age of 40.3 years. The mean age of the population amounted to 40 years old, up from 39.8 years recorded in the previous year. The most represented age of the country's population was from 30 to 34 years old, with approximately 6.28 million women and 6.36 million men. The age category from 25 to 29 years. 68 men were recorded per 100 women in the Soviet Union. Russia had the highest gender difference in life expectancy worldwide, the average of women across the world at over 4 years longer than men. In Russia, this gap between genders exceeds 10 years.
Next, I will proceed to the population. Russia is mostly an urban country. 74% of Russians live in urban areas, either cities or towns, according to the census result. The populations of Russia decreased considerably between 1993 and 2008, from 148.37 million to 143.25 million. Next, the population is predicted to hit its peak by the end of 2020 and is anticipated to start decreasing again. As of Tuesday, 12 January 2021, the current population of the Russian Federation was 145,967,845 people. The population of Russia is equal to 1.87% of the world's total population, and the list of countries and dependencies, according to the population, Russia ranks number 9.
Russia's main industry. First is machine construction. The leading industry in Russia is machine construction, which is mainly concentrated in Moscow, Petersburg, Urals, Volga region, and Western Siberia. It supplies equipment and machinery for all other industries. In the Russian economy, the share of machinery construction is nearly 30%. Secondly is oil and gas industry. Russia is the third largest producer of oil worldwide, accounting for over 12% of global crude oil production. The country is rich in natural resources and concentrates its energy production in the oil and gas provinces of West Siberia and Volga-Ural. Thirdly is fuel and energy. The fuel and energy complex supplies all sectors of the economy with fuel and electricity and ensure economic development. Russia's main exports are currently fuel product and energy complex. Lastly, chemical and petrochemical industry. In the country economic development, Russia's chemical industry plays an important role. The chemical industry is engaged in the mining of chemical raw material. Russia other industry. Firstly, agriculture industry. The Russia Federation Agro-Industrial Complex consists of industries specializing in the production, processing, and storage of agriculture products. Secondly, electronic industry. Many other industries rely on electronic component manufacturing, from medicine to spaceflight. About 3,000 companies are involved in the Russian electronic industry, which 500 are under state control and undertake direct order. The remaining 2,500 are private companies. Thirdly, automotive industry. Automotive manufacturing is one of Russia's industry, having about 600,000 employees or 1% of the total workforce of the country. Russia produced 1.7 million cars, ranking 13 among car-producing nations in 2018.
Aluminium is one of the resources that Russia has. Russia owns less than 2% of all bauxite worldwide, but produces just over 6% of all aluminium. For food processing, commercial airliners, and so on, they use aluminium. Russia also has diamond and other gemstones as its properties. Other than that, Russia is considered the largest unexplored gold region in the world. In order to diversify its assets away from the US, the Russian government buys gold in huge amounts, which might ban Russia from making dollars transactions. Russia was also the third largest wheat producer, producing 72.0 million tons of wheat in 2018. Russia is also the first sugar beet producer in Russia and is the 8th largest producer of sugar in the world as of 2016.
Благодарю вас.
Thank you.